Today I'm going to teach you what I would do if I was starting all over again on a zero budget. Hey folks, Joel here, and a great question came in from a gentleman by the name of Jonathan. I'm not going to share his last name because I don't know, he didn't ask me to or not to, but anyway, he said, if you were starting all over and you had 3 hours a day and you had a limited budget, what would you do? Well, I want to preface that with, it's going to take a lot of hard work, okay? But I put a lot of hard work in the wrong direction, and it cost me 2 years of agony and pain and loss in income and revenue, opportunities, all types of things. So when I got started, I was posting, and this is back in 1997, 1998, but I want to be honest with you, I was posting it a lot on forums. You know, today you would probably post more on social media. Back then there wasn't a lot of social media. I was posting in forums, on classified ads. I was trying to generate a lot of free traffic to my business website, which was selling web hosting, okay? Now I did that for 2 years. I didn't make a damn penny because I kept trying to sell people rather than help people. I kept sending people, go buy my web hosting, and then after you buy my web hosting, just maybe then I'll take care of you a little bit, right? So once I realized that that was the wrong approach, so it's around one thing, list building. And then we're gonna talk a little bit more about effective list building and the free ways to do it and the paid ways to do it, okay? So once I understood that I need to offer something of high value for free that might fix a problem or create a solution for somebody in exchange for their name and email address, everything changed. So remember, at first, I was sending massive amounts of traffic to my web hosting company. Nobody was buying my web hosting because I didn't have a brand. Then I created an ebook on the top 5 things you need to know before choosing your web hosting provider, especially if you're going to do email marketing. So even back then, I started to tune in that, hey, generate a name and email address, and in today's market, possibly a cell phone number, offer awesome value for free in exchange for that name and email address, and people will come to know, like, and trust you and eventually buy from you. So I talked about that on my last video too, right? So the key to success is still list building. When you look at the largest platforms in the world, okay? So let's use just Amazon, but all large platforms are the same. But today, hey, I want to talk about Jeff Bezos and I want to talk about Amazon. Imagine if you could go to Amazon and buy a product or service without having to register as a free customer first, okay? So they would have billions and billions of dollars in sales every day, but they wouldn't be able to track the buying behavior of the people that were buying those products or services because they would only have their name and credit card. They wouldn't have an account on file with them. By creating that free account, everything I've ever bought on Amazon is absolutely tracked back to me. And that's how they can offer recommendations. So if I go and buy a vacuum, well, I'll get an email most likely in a day or two on the accessories to make that vacuum even better. But if I didn't have that account created, then I would be buying something as a guest, and then they couldn't follow up with me other recommendations of products or services. So all free platforms, okay? Yes, Amazon sells e-commerce tools, but at their heart, they are a data company. They take the patterns, your buying patterns, they take the buying patterns of everybody else, they take the likes and dislikes, they take the reviews, and they compile that information to offer things back to you that you're most likely going to purchase. Another example, and I said I talk about Amazon only, but another one that came to mind is, Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank said he wasn't going to invest in Tesla, and his son was working at Tesla at the moment. And his son said, Dad, you're not investing in Tesla because you don't understand what Tesla is. Tesla is not a car company. Tesla is a data company, and they're analyzing everywhere that you're going on a daily basis so that they can collect the best data to sell the best products and services to their end users. And that's true of all free platforms. YouTube, when you get an ad on YouTube, it's catered to you. How do they know what to cater to you? Because every time you go to YouTube, if you've created that free username and password, they know that it's you and they know what your watching behaviors are. The same thing with Facebook. You're going to get certain ads based on the stuff that you've liked, disliked, followed, unfollowed, the groups that you've joined. All that information is collected as data so that they can offer you the right products and services that they think you're most likely going to purchase from. So if all these free platforms are collecting data, the number one thing you need to do is collect data as well. So you need to, how do you collect data? Well, you need to generate targeted traffic to your opt-in page where you're offering something of a good value for free. And you can do that in two ways. I started with free traffic. So sadly, for the first 2 years, because the stuff I'm teaching you for free right here, I didn't know at the time. I was sending massive amounts of traffic. I was trying to get people to pull out their credit card right away and buy my web hosting. But as soon as I created an ebook on the top 5 things they need to know before choosing their web hosting provider, people were opting in. They were reading my ebook. They liked, obviously, the information that I had in that ebook. I indoctrinated them into the philosophies of what we believed in as a web hosting company and an email marketing web hosting company that was friendly for email marketing. And once I hit about 100 subscribers, I got my first sale for $10. Now we do the same thing and you'll do the same thing. So coming back to if I was starting over for free, I would definitely have my backup plan, which I did. I was still working as a doorman at nights. And yes, I was even a stripper, being honest with you guys. So I was able to do my night job. And during the day, I was working on my business. Now, I want to mention this because a lot of people will lose their job today and then subscribe to the hype tomorrow that they're going to make $4,000 in the first month online because that's what everybody tells them they can do. That's what all the gurus say. You're going to make $4,000 in your first month, which is absolutely not true at all, okay? And that's what's going to happen with you. So what you want to do is collect names and emails, but in order to collect a name and email, you have to drive traffic. So driving traffic, honestly today, even when I was dead broke, I would be working my part-time job, and then if I were you, I would be investing whatever you can into paid traffic because it's going to really increase your success, okay? If I do a post on Facebook and I have a decent following on Facebook, I might get 6 or 7 leads per post, maximum, okay? So, and obviously you don't want to post 6 times, 7 times a day because Facebook won't, according to their algorithm, they won't show that information to too many people because it's kind of like post spamming. So if I post once a day, I can generate 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at best 10 leads a day off of my Facebook profile. 10 leads a day, okay? So that means over 30 days, I could probably generate 300 leads by having creative posts on my Facebook and a very strong offer on my lead capture page to generate a name and email address. To put things in perspective, if you do solo ads through Traffic Authority or other really great traffic providers, you can generate 100 leads in a day, okay? So, or more. So that's the key to really upping your success. So I do my social media. I spend about 5 to 10 minutes a day doing my posts on social media on my fan page. By the way, if you don't have a fan page, create one, because as your revenue increases, you're going to want to do ads on Facebook, and you can't do ads on Facebook unless you have a fan page. You're going to start ending up doing ads on YouTube. So the minute you start making money, keep your part-time job so that you can reinvest every single penny that you have back into your advertising so that you can scale and grow the business much, much quicker, okay? Because speed loves money and money loves speed. So the quicker you can build it up, the more momentum you're going to build, the more recognition you're going to get, okay? So when you're doing organic posts, which means you're posting stuff on social media for free, well, only your followers see that. If you want to get a massive, larger following, if you want to get outside of your box and you want to build a massive brand, well, then you're going to have to advertise to like-minded people who are not following you. And that's why it's important to have a fan page. So if I was starting over again, number one, I would be focusing on building my list, and I would be focusing on building my list through free advertising on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and other social media, but I would still do as much paid advertising as I could to speed up the process, to build more momentum, so on and so forth. So that's exactly what I would do. So number one, guys, I'll say it again, focus on build your list. Build your list, get that list to know, like, and trust you, and ultimately you will start to make sales from that list. And as your list grows, your cost of advertising becomes less and less and less. Because remember, coming back to the start of this video, it's all about collecting data. So to date, I have 1.7 million people on my email list. Because I have 1.7 million people on my email list, I can make massive income from that list on a daily basis. And that is all free traffic. All I have to do is click send. It sends an email to everybody. If they know, like, and trust me, and I treat them with respect, and I treat them with love and confidence, then those people are going to buy from me. That's the absolute key to your success, is generate know, like, and trust by generating leads first, just like every other company does it. You can't be on Facebook without creating an account. You can't be on YouTube without creating an account. You can't be on Amazon without creating an account, meaning creating a name, an email, a username, and password. Why? They use that data to market to you. Just like you'll build your list, and as you build your list, that's a list that you own for a lifetime. And that's why, honestly, a lot of people come after me, that attraction marketing. They know having a large email list. So I get 10 offers a day of people wanting me to promote their products and services in exchange for a commission. I pick and choose with some of the best entrepreneurs that I know. And you know what? That's what I'll shoot my next video about. How to attract proper JV partners so that they will promote your products and services in exchange for you promoting their products and services, because JV partners is another way of doing free advertising and exploding your business quickly. So listen, folks, if you love these videos, click the bell notification button, click the like button, make sure you subscribe to all the bell notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Have an awesome day. Please leave me a comment because it helps out with the algorithms, and I'll see you next time.